are you afraid of right now? I bet there's a really, really long list because we've been given a lot of reasons to be afraid lately. This is going to be a channeled message with some visual aids. Why do you think the media likes us to be afraid and likes to keep us terrified all the time about what's coming next, what's going to happen next, how things are going to turn out? Making sure the mic's on. Because fear warps our perception. Fear is the biggest thing you have to be afraid of because it changes how you see things. You stop seeing the good in things. Or if you do see the good in things, you're afraid they're going to end. Or you think, well, this is great, but what if that happens? Or when is that other shoe going to drop? Your perception gets warped. Fear puts you into victim mode. You start to think, there's nothing I can do. I don't have any control. These terrible things are going to happen to me and I can't stop it. And no one's going to come and save me. What's going to happen? Victim mode. When we're in victim mode, we're not planning. We're not trying to do any good for ourselves. We go into this feeling of there's nothing I can do. Everything's out to get me, which can lead to isolation, right? You can tend to stop talking about it and thinking about it because you tell yourself, I can't handle this. I can't do this. You don't sort of reach out and become a community because everybody's so afraid. They're withdrawing into this fear. And then you become despondent, which means you're utterly hopeless. And you just start to think, well, this can't change. This is just going to happen to me, which leads to what they want, complacency. They want you to just be quiet and give in. They want you to just take whatever comes to you and not stand up for yourself. They want you to be so hopeless, so helpless, and so isolated that you just put up with whatever comes along because you are a victim and you feel like there's nothing you can do. So what is it that we need to do when all these fears start to grab onto us? We need to realize that, yeah, there are a lot of bad things that happen that we aren't going to have any control over them happening. But what we can control is how we respond to them. And to know that we don't have to just sit back and take it, right? We can plan, we can strategize, we can step out of the fear long enough that we can realize that we have the power to control how we respond to things and what we do about things that are happening to us. If we don't give in to that fear, then we can see clearer what we might need. My guides put this through to me because I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to hear them because I have a lot of stress and a lot of things going on in my life. And they very clearly said to me, the only thing stopping you from hearing what you need to hear is the fear. We can't reach you when you're lost in fear. So we all need to take a step back from all these things that we're so afraid of and just realize that we have power in us. We don't have to give in to all of this. We can understand it and know that it isn't good and know that maybe some bad things are going to happen. But we can band together and we can plan and we can strategize. What we can't do is just get so absorbed in this fear that we do nothing.